Yo, hello YouTube, I'm Roy Tempest, and here's a video on Pokemon Unite in a nutshell. Today I'll be talking about how the Unite community is, how the game is, how the average player thinks, and how I think. So let's get into it. Hopefully the music isn't too loud, but it should be fine, right? If not, oh well. Just turn up the volume, I guess. So first things first. Talk about the players. Pokemon Unite is a 5v5 Pokemon based game slash MOBA, quote unquote MOBA, with a very greedy cash shop which encourages you to buy outfits and play as your favorite Pokemon in an unbalanced team game consisting of 5 players versus 5. The majority of the time you'll queue into bots, unfortunately, so you'll never know if you're playing against real people unless you check API afterwards. Or obviously like their BM names and stuff like that. So, here's how the average Unite player thinks. They don't really care about winning. They don't care about aiming for the top. They don't care about ranking up. This is like, in the back of their mind, non-existent. In the very back of their brain, you'll find that they like to spam thank you a lot, rage quit in the game, consume both sources of social media, consisting of Twitch and YouTube, giving up, and spamming check it out. Now you're probably thinking, I talk a lot of shit. So what does your brain look like? So recently I went to the doctors, and they had to check in the back of my head, because my ego is so massive. I almost died. So the doctor turns to me, he's like, hey man, we found this in the back of your brain, you might want to check it out. He showed me a picture of my x-ray. I was quite shocked to see this in the back of my head. It's been growing for quite some time. My obsession with the YouTuber Super T who makes Unite videos and content. She's very cute. Check out her content. It's pretty good. But anyway, that was like the little tidbit I threw in there. Let's get serious. Back to the main topic. Pokemon Unite. We'll start with Unite Twitter. This cesspool of drama, cancel culture, and bad meta plays, and really good clips of the Unite game can be found on Twitter, or X. The Unite community on Twitter is pretty toxic. Some of them are pretty chill people that honestly just want to play the game. There's also pro teams that like make this game their entire fucking personality, and they'll just shit on people below them that don't climb on ladder, or like the casual players. Then you'll kind of have like the casual players who just play the game, go on Twitter, abuse the broken mons, and then get upset when they get nerfed or like whatever the hell happens next, you know, that type of thing. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about them, because they aren't really that, I don't know, important to talk about. They're kind of just there. They're like a bunch of goblins. There's the goblins of Twitter, and there's like the people who just want to play the fucking game, and they post like cool clips every now and then. I can respect those folks. But the goblins and the cancel culture is pretty shitty. So if you want to enjoy the game, just don't fucking open Twitter. That's it. Now, if there's one thing Unite players can agree on, that we all fucking hate the most, that drives us insane, is the Unite randos. So here I have 4 panels of this guy griefing me in ranked. I was the Leafeon up top. This bastard PB Dylan was like AFK perma. The Charizard like was farming. He went to go fight eventually. He got his ass beat. As you can see, he has Zacian and Chandelure chasing him back to pad. And this guy is still AFK, like he doesn't give a damn. So obviously I fucking stop what I'm doing. I come back to help the Charizard because this guy is not giving a damn. He goes back to base, he AFKs. I think Charizard either died or like I killed these guys with him. I can't remember. It's been a long time. Anywho, this guy is still AFK, not giving a damn. Charizard heals up, he goes back top. This was already destroyed, so I guess he was just gonna go in and dunk 41. I mean, fuck it, right? So slide 2. But this griefer, he's still AFK by the way. This guy like clocked out. Maybe it was like his 30-minute lunch break, I don't know, in a 10-minute video game by the way. We got Rayquaza obviously middle, so he won. But like, he's just AFK permo. The Zacian scoring bottom, and he's still AFK even when time goes up. We already won anyway, but it's just... This is like trash, you know? Like this would make anyone upset and like not want to play the game. Or turn on their mic to say like some really disrespectful stuff. And the thing is, if this game had proper moderation, or like, I don't know, like actual devs that cared about the community not being griefed by other players, they'd put like actual punishments in, but they won't. So after a game like that, you're like, damn, it really can't get any worse than that, right? Like, surely my next game would be better than that. I won't get mad anymore today, surely, right? No, you're wrong. My next ranked match, I had a Greninja player who had Shellbell, XP Share, and Assault Vest on, and Goal Getter, with his dumbass duo. I don't know what this guy was cooking either, this is pretty dumb. So I normally play jungle. Jungle's my main lane to play in. I play all 3 lanes. But normally I'll play jungle, so I don't trust randoms in Unite, because of shit like this. So I went jungle, and he let me go. He didn't even like bother trying to steal from me, he just went to his duo. We lost this match because we took Rayquaza with a Hoopa, an Umbreon, and no Drio, and then these two went off to go fight in the enemy spawn. So like, this is kind of like my mind during and after that match. I didn't laugh, I was actually pretty annoyed. Like, seriously, do these players ever like look at their builds and like think, damn, like this probably isn't it? Like, my honest like opinion on like Unite players, they don't read. A lot of players just throw on whatever, or they say it's default. Like, do they know that the game just throws on whatever the hell they have on? Like, 9 out of 10 times, a Pokemon that you don't play is gonna have XP share on and like random other stuff on. So you kind of have to like go through your items and read and see what you need, versus just throwing everything on by default and just sending it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me how some of y'all make it to Masters every season playing like ass, and no one calls you out for it, and when they do, they get called toxic for doing so. Unite players don't read. And it's like, I don't know, like in a Pokemon game, you kind of have to read. I mean, half the game is fucking dialogue and picking your choices. So you're telling me you've made it this far in your life without reading a single thing at all, and you're just okay with that? It's not very right. This game in particular, we like absolutely cooked this Sylveon player. But for some reason, they stayed Eevee the entire match. They just didn't evolve. Like, they were level 3, and they had like this much extra green XP. They could have just killed the single ad to evolve. I'm really confused why they just didn't like get a single ad. Like, look at all the farm on the map. You're telling me all this farm was up for 10 minutes and you couldn't just go farm? You couldn't avoid fighting us? Like, you even have a jump pad. You could have just jumped over here, got an ad. Something, I don't know. The average Unite player does not think. They just don't. Now you're probably thinking, damn, Roy, you seem pretty deductive on all this. Are you a detective? The answer is no, I'm not. And neither are you. For a match like that, you don't really need to think like, damn, what rank was this guy? This guy was master rank. Like, this group, this was like my 5-stack, helping me get masters against another 5-stack, because the current matchmaking system puts you against 5s, right? So they had to like be on comms or something at least. Like, this was a clan, and they still lost. This guy's win rate was like 40%. 0.5, wow. Like, you were winning before playing like that, so what happened this match that made you want to give up? I don't know. That's just the way Unite players are. And that's about it. That's all I really have to say about this community, this game in a nutshell. If you want to get better, just read. Please read. Please read. Look at videos. Chris Heroes, Spraggles, literally anyone. Just please, like, consume media, learn how to play the game, and then queue ranked. Don't just like queue ranked and like give up an AFK. It makes like no sense. You're wasting not only your time but everybody else's. And that's it from me.